Welcome to the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. I'm Dr. Nikki Cottis.
I'm Dr. Alejandro Elias.
And I'm Dr. Gabrielle Manto. Together, we help wellness practitioners build profitable, scalable businesses without sacrificing their health, their families, or their freedom.
On this podcast, we'll talk profit, leadership, and ownership, so your business works for you, not the other way around.
This is the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast.
Hello, everybody. It is me again, Alejandro, one of your support coach of TWP. And today we're going to be talking about the 5 phases of scaling. If you are in your business right now and you are working every single day, Monday to Sunday, hey, I understand you. I'm not going to discourage you. I've been there and I love that phase. But my goal after this episode is that you know how to be from phase 1 to phase 5. If you can design a roadmap for the next year or 2 years, if you're fully committed, I want you to take a lot of notes, write your own roadmap to get from phase 1 to phase 5. Now, this will be like going to a cycling class. I want you guys sweating. Okay? If you're the person that is just sitting on the back on a cycling class, not sweating, not doing the job, don't expect results. But if you're just that person, cycling, sweating, like drinking the water, sweating, then this is for you. This is for the people that are going to put things into action. Okay? I got out this from a book, Scale or Fail. It actually changed my trajectory. Okay, so let's go to it. Phase 1 is called the seeker. I took a lot of notes, so I expect you guys to do the same. Phase 1, the seeker, is basically when you are the business. Every client, everything that happens in the business, payroll, is on you. You are the product. You are the sales system. You are the support desk. You are the provider. Okay, this is not just for chiropractors, but for every single business owner. Even if it's online, this is for you. Revenue stops when you stop. A vacation feels impossible, okay? Or you feel guilty of taking a vacation. If that is you, then put a note that you're in phase 1. It's called the seeker. Now, phase 2 is the pioneer. You made your first hire. You feel a little bit of relief. It could be a VA. It could be a front desk. It could be a sales team. It could be another provider. It's just the first hire. You're delegating tasks, but not yet trusting the outcome. It could even be a social media person. You approve everything before it actually goes out. Your team waits on you more than moves the needle forward. Okay, so basically nothing gets done without you yet. You're busier than before. Why? Because you're controlling that person. It's not micromanaging, but you have to see what they're doing in order to trust them fully, okay? I imagine most of you guys listening to this are in phase 2, the pioneer. So you hire a front desk, but you're still helping the front desk on checking in, checking out. When is this person coming back? Are we selling this product? How much did we sell? How much did we collect today? How many people did we help today? So you're just asking a lot of things because they don't know how to communicate yet with you because they're not fully trained. They don't know you quite yet 100%. So you're in that like, it's kind of dating. You know, that's like your third day. You're going on third day. You don't fully trust that person. That is the pioneer, phase 2. So phase 1, the seeker. Phase 2, the pioneer. Now we go to phase 3, the ring leader. What is that? You have a team and a lot of moving parts. You're building systems and still putting out fire. This is what a lot of people call burnout in this phase. Burnout doesn't happen on phase 1 or phase 2 because you're basically in survival mode and you just have to do it. But once you have more people with you, you're controlling more people. That's the stage that most leaders get burned out, and that's what we're trying to avoid. The business is running you, not the other way around. Okay? Meetings feel productive, but problems are coming from those meetings. It's recurring problems. Your team is loyal, but they're not clear on priorities yet. They don't know exactly what should be a priority, what can wait 2 weeks, but what has to be done literally today to move the needle forward. You're still the answer to every single question. So, hey, can we do this? Hey, can we do that? So you have to say yes or no for every single answer instead of them going to AI or them looking at the SOPs, because we don't have an SOP yet. Okay. In this phase, we don't have a clear SOP, and that's what we're trying to create. So the ringleader is where a lot of business owners just feel like, I'm drowning. I actually need a lot of help because your team keeps growing. A lot of people think that hiring a team is going to make everything clear, but no, it actually brings more problem. If you have a big team, you can relate. So the ringleader is the one that is trying to do everything, even if you still have a team. You think you could delegate, but you cannot delegate yet in that phase. Now, phase 4, it's a phase that if you're making 500 or more, I imagine you're in that phase, the co-creator. The magic is shifting, finally. Your leaders own their divisions. So the front desk, the office manager, is handling the office manager stuff, all the front desk. Probably you're still in charge of all the behind the scenes stuff when it comes to the back end. They can innovate without waiting on your answer. So she could make decisions like, hey, this patient canceled, I rescheduled them. Or, hey, we sold this product, we have this return, but I figured this out. Okay. I know the Ritz-Carlton has a policy that if the front desk or any type of employee can fix a problem that is 5,000 or less, they have the right to fix it. If it's more than 5,000, they have to call manager. But in this phase, a lot of people have in their clinics, if it's a problem that could be fixed with 300 or less, this is when they give the authority to that front desk to just get it done. Okay. How do you know you're in this phase? Your team is actually bringing solutions, no problem. So they can go to AI and say, hey, what would Alejandro do if this happens? And they could get a couple solutions there, and they could bring a problem with 3 solutions. And that's something we talk on the TWP community. If your staff has a problem, they need to bring the problem with 3 different solutions, and then they need to answer, this is the solution that I would choose and the why. And then from there, you can start the conversation. But if they bring you just a problem, then your mind has to spin to find a solution. That's literally still phase 3 is burnout. So in phase 4, they're actually bringing the problem with a solution. In this phase as well, revenue grows even when you step away. So let's suppose you go for a week out in vacation, your office can still run. Okay. You might still be checking emails, following up every single day with them, making sure everything is good, but at least it's running without you. You don't have to be present. You're energized by your work again. You want to go to work. You want to check your emails. You want to go to the meetings. You want to go to Slack. You want to be around the people that you work with because it's actually exciting because the business is actually growing. Okay. So you finally have a right hand in your office that is actually helping you move the needle forward. Now, phase 5, the visionary. You build something finally that runs without you on the daily. This is where everyone wants to be. Your role now is to protect the vision, keep the culture, keep inspiring the culture, and think 10 steps ahead. Okay, so you're already seeing the problems that might be a problem in 1 or 2 years from now. This is what you build everything for, to be a visionary. How do you know if you're here? The company grows with or without you on your daily presence. So you don't have to be there in order for the business to grow. Your team is leading from shared values. They're not waiting for an approval. They already know the values, the mission of the company, and they're doing everything, every decision that they make is based on that. You spend most of your time doing what only you can do. Okay, what do I mean with that? Basically, it could be adjusting if you're still in the clinic. I wouldn't call it phase 5 yet. But if you're the one just hiring people on the back end, looking for other providers, thinking about what's going to be your other business, thinking about opening another location, thinking about selling more products, that is you, the visionary. Now, a lot of people that are making 1 million plus as a provider, they're not even close to the visionary. And I've been around a lot of people like that. So don't think that just by being on 1 million, you're going to be a visionary. People that are in 1 million actually have more problems than the people doing 250 or even 100. So if you're in phase 1, phase 2, or phase 3, just start creating the SOP, be a good leader, okay? You don't want to be a boss, you want to be a leader. That's what I consider being a visionary. If you still have to be the boss, don't tag yourself as a visionary. You're still the co-creator. You're still in phase 4. In order to be a visionary, you have to be a leader. Everything is running without you. You're just on the back end. You can leave for a month. You check your emails because you want to, not because you have to. The firefighters are not in your building, fixing a problem because you don't have it. You're a visionary. Everything is running without you. Actually, the company runs better without you. That is a visionary. Again, in order to get here, you need to create great leaders. And that's the problem that we're having right now with a lot of practitioners is that when they train their staff, they just micromanage or they just give them, hey, this is your job and that's it. They don't give them opportunities to become better leaders. For me, in my 5 clinics, my goal is for every provider to be better than me. I recently went to my clinic and I was going to see patients and none of the patients wanted to see me because they prefer seeing the other providers. I consider that a win. They prefer the other providers. That's a perfect win. That gives me more opportunities to keep opening more locations and keep pouring into my providers, not having to be present. So you should definitely sit down, write the phase that you're on, break everything down, and see what phase you want to be on. A lot of people don't want to get to the visionary, and that is totally fair. You don't have to be a visionary. You don't have to go to phase 5. If you're happy on phase 3, then good for you. Stay on phase 3. There's not a problem with that. But I want you to know, as every phase keeps coming up, it's going to be more problems. But once you're in phase 5, the problems are going to be different. It's not going to be like big problems of headaches. It's just going to be different problems. They're going to be fun. And a thing that I have is, for me, the problems that I have, they're super fun. But I have a big problem, is that I'm obsessed with this. I'm obsessed with being a visionary. And it's funny because I went on a boys trip last weekend to play golf, and I didn't know how to shut my brain off. I was thinking I was wasting my time because I wasn't being a visionary. I wasn't sitting down and working. And that is a problem that I have. I like being on my own cave, working. So in that weekend, one of my buddies, he has a business, actually. He sells clothes. He told me, dude, you need to, learn how to shut it off, bro. Chill. You're a visionary already. We're literally visionary both. I literally didn't bring my phone work. I'm just relax. And that's the problem I've been having, that I have one phone for everything. So now I'm getting to the transition of getting a second phone. That way, that's my business phone, and another one is my family phone. And I could leave the business phone wherever I want, whenever I want, because I'm a visionary already. And that way I don't have to be obsessed with checking the business every single time. So I want you to grade yourself. If you're in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, or phase 4, or 5, okay? And what phase do you want to be, okay? So the reflection of this is, where am I now? Okay, write the phase that you're on. Where do I want to be in 12 months? Okay, so do it for 1 year. And then where do I want to be in 24 months? So that's the 3 reflections that you have so far. Then the third one is, what keeps me from moving forward? It could be you. Sometimes we are the bottleneck. So I want you to write, am I the bottleneck that is stopping everything from moving forward? And then write, my commitment for next phase, I have to do this. There's going to be the moving piece that I need to do to move the needle forward. And that is what you want to move to a different phase. Okay. So again, let's repeat the phases. Phase 1, the seeker. Phase 2, the pioneer. Phase 3, the ringleader. Phase 4, the co-creator. And phase 5, the visionary. Again, this comes from a book, Scale or Fail. Steph was the one actually that told me this 2 years ago. And it actually helped us a lot. Thanks to that, my wife and I don't have to be in the clinic, but we want to be in the clinic. So that's 2 different parts. We're the visionary. We want to be sometimes on the clinic because we want to, not because we have to. It's impossible for us to be on 5 different clinics, and now we're opening a 6th location. It's impossible to be on a 6th location at the same time. So this is the system that is going to help you. So please, please, please do that assignment. And then we have a big surprise for you guys in May in the community. If you're part of the TWP community, you're going to know as soon as this episode release, we are getting ready for Goldmine. You don't want to miss that. It starts May 18. It's going to be Monday to Friday. This is going to basically change your life. Second thing that we have going on inside the community, we're talking about cash flow. Okay, that is the theme for the month. So you definitely want to be present. If you're not part of the community, I don't know why you haven't jumped in. definitely jump in. It's my big recommendation. You don't want to miss that gold mine. And the third assignment that I have for you guys, if you haven't signed up for San Diego event, the tour, please do it. You're gonna have FOMO if you're not there. They already released the first speaker. I think there's a second speaker coming up. I don't want to say name, but it's gonna be a big surprise. It's gonna be a big event. I know the team has been pouring a lot of energy into it. You don't want to miss it. And I'll see you guys in 4 weeks.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Wealthy Practitioner Podcast. If you want to connect with other practitioners just like you, be sure to join our Facebook group at The Wealthy Practitioner and be sure to follow us on Instagram. See you next week.